Well, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to our third live Zoom, our level 1 training Zoom. I'm so excited that we get to do these every single Friday where we can come together and connect and we can have a personal touch and we can just see everybody's smiling faces if you're not hiding. And yay, Laura. Laura's there smiling away. First of all, I want to ask for continued prayers for Brandy and Clint. It looks like they're still in the hospital and things are still on pause and on hold. So that's wonderful that that baby's still inside doing what it needs to do, growing and getting strong and healthy. And we just continue to pray for God's, his patience most of all, and the wisdom for you guys to just trust in this process and trust in your body that everything is going to be just fine, and knowing more than anything that you've got people standing behind you praying and loving on you. So just wanted to say that. I also wanted to recognize, I think since we last talked, we've had 4 people sponsor new ambassadors, and that's Jamie Withrow, Kathleen, Clint went silver. Like, he sponsored a new ambassador while he's at the hospital. You guys, what? And then Heidi David got one. You got an upgrade, didn't you, Heidi? Good job. So that's really exciting. So I just wanted to congratulate you rockstar recruiters and doing your business and your work. And I know that you guys are all working hard. And I'm hoping that today we can discuss some heart changes. Valentine's Day is coming up and we talk about love, 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 love. And I'm going to throw a twist on it because my word for this year is fire. And I realize that I can be the most effective Wendy in my strengths if I allow fire to bubble up inside of me and my words can come out that way. And I'm hoping that, God is always in the midst of that so that what I'm saying is always heard in truth and in love all the time. And so we're going to talk about real lasting change or results. All of you guys are doing this business because you want to change. You want to either change or impact somebody else's life, or you want to change or impact your own life. And I don't know how to do anything in my life without reverting to the word. And I don't even know how to walk in my life without walking in truth or the word. And so I'm going to bring a little preaching maybe in this. So if that offends you, this is how I do business. You don't have to listen. That's okay. And maybe you want to. Maybe this is intriguing to you and you're ready for that. So that's awesome too. But I'm going to talk to you guys about Psalm 113 or 119, 112 to 114. So we're going to talk about our heart. In Psalm 119, 112 starts about the incline of my heart to perform your statutes forever to the end. We're going to talk about our heart going in an inclined position, because when our heart is in an inclined position, it's pointed upward, which means that we're doing things for the kingdom. And I think a lot of us in this industry, a lot of us on this team want to be doing kingdom work. We want to be making a change in somebody's life. We want to be making a financial difference for ministry work. We want to get people to start feeling healthier again, start feeling better about themselves. But the heart is constantly in this incline, decline position. And in order for things to stay in an incline position, we have to reset it and recheck it all the time. So January 1st comes along and we have these great ideas that we're going to have some new changes and some new starts, and our heart is like this. And then about the time February 14th comes around, it's like this because we've reverted back to chocolate and potato chips and stopped getting on the treadmill, right? So we have to constantly be in this recheck motive. And we go through life in a decline position, in a recline position. So unless we are constantly up and at 'em, we have to always be in an incline. So your heart is going to be tempted to always go in a decline position. That decline position is going to look like discouragement. It's going to look like despair. It's going to look like dysfunction in your family, in your life, in your job, with your children, as a parent, in your church, with your friendships. That's a decline all the time. And that's not where we want to be. That's not how we want to be in this business either. So you can look on the outside, but unless something's blocked here on the inside, things are going to go downward. So I hate to do this, you guys, but I need to hold on for 1 second because I have a dog crying to go to the bathroom. Hold on. Sorry, that was so unprofessional, but she had to pee. We know how that goes, okay? So in order for us to go in an incline, it begins with our habits, right? And our habits are changed by our beliefs. And unless something's right up here, it's never going to change down here. So how does that change happen? How do we always stay like this when we're constantly going like that? Like constantly. That's going to be the next chapter. That's going to be the next verse. And it's really, really powerful. It like jumped out at me like, whoa, that makes total sense to me. And it said, 119, 113 says, I hate the double-minded man. So you want to make a change, but you're not willing to do it. And that's being double-minded. I want to make a difference, but I'm not willing to get unstuck. I want to help people, but I'm too afraid of rejection. Do you see that? Double-minded all the time. God hates it. And you need to hate it too. In fact, you have to hate the condition of the double mind because hate is the most powerful motivation to change. It's not love. It's not Valentine's Day. And we are to love other people, but we will never be motivated to change anything until we hate the outcome. You have to hate procrastination. You have to hate being afraid all the time. You have to hate worrying about what other people think. You have to hate so much that it's going to change you. See, when I started this business and I said I didn't want to do this business because I was too busy, I hated being too busy. I didn't want to do this business because honestly, I didn't want to start the products because I didn't think I had any money. I hated being too poor. I hated hearing my children ask me when my husband was going to get home because they hadn't seen their dad all day. If you want to make a change in your life or somebody else's, you have to hate the outcome. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, is hate can be healthy if you're willing to make the heart go in an inclined position. Okay? You don't have to accept your attitude to hate anything. You have to hate self-pity. I hate self-pity. I hate victim mentality. I hate looking weak to other people. I hate jealousy and I hate insecurity. I hate procrastination. Some people might hate ice cream before bed, but they love what it tastes like on their tongue. But all of those things cause destruction and dysfunction. And there's no incline, it's constant decline. I hate racism. I hate the dysfunction of politics and what it does to friendships and families. I hate bullying. I hate sexual abuse. I hate self-pity. You have to hate the double-minded the way God hates the double-minded. Okay, because that is where your change is going to happen. So, reset your heart. And when you are ready to reset your heart, you need to be prepared for the attack, because the attacks are going to come. And where are you going to hide when the attacks come? If you put yourself out there and you're vulnerable and you decide that I'm hating this position I'm in right now, I'm going to make some changes because I don't like it anymore. I don't like being poor. I don't like living paycheck to paycheck. I don't like wondering if my kids are going to have a dad to teach them how to do the things that they need to know how to do because he's too busy working all the time putting food on the table. If you aren't in that position and you're ready to make a change, that change is coming, okay? And you need to be prepared for the attacks that will come with it. And this is where everybody reverts to a hiding place. Where's your hiding place? Is it in the refuge of the Lord? Is it in the promise? Is it in the security of God? Is it in the security of yourself? Because when change happens, the arrows come flying. And that is where people start hiding. And this is where they hide. They like to hide in seclusion. They like to hide in isolation. They like to hide in destructive thought patterns. They like to hide behind, they like to blame. Do you guys hide behind blaming? You blame your situation. You blame the way your parents raised you. You blame your friends. You blame the people you work with. You blame the church you're going to. You blame your pastor. You start blaming your upline. You start blaming your downline. You start blaming your fear. You start blaming that you don't have a big enough house, that you live too far away, that you don't have enough friends, that the blame is your hiding place. Because when things get hard, you go to blame. And God is saying, I don't want you to hide there anymore. I want you to stand out there in victory and take the arrows, because I will shield those arrows from you. Stop reverting to the blaming and the destructive patterns that this always reverts to, because every time you go back there, your heart goes back down. And you cannot do kingdom work on going for an incline position if you continue to revert back to blaming, to hiding, to Doritos, to bad health, to habits, to not taking care of your body, to not feeling that you're smart enough, to not feeling like you're a good enough leader. Some people have, their blame is, if I have a low expectation of myself, then nobody has to have a high expectation of me. That's scared. You're blaming fear. I'm asking you, if you're ready to do this, to put that all away and hide the blame. It's done. It's over with. Your hiding place is standing out in the wide open. Are you ready to stand out in the wide open with me? So that's it. Like, that's my fire for the day. I want to see this team, I want to see these level 1 leaders rise up and walk in boldness, walk in security, hate enough of the things, that the way that things are going, to finally want to change for themselves, for their family, for the legacy of their children, for the legacy of their grandchildren, that you will no longer find a place to hide or revert or go back to. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. It got a little preachy, but I don't know how to do this business without walking in the truth. And I hope that today you will find your hiding place, and you will put a block on that hiding place and no longer revert to it any longer. So that is it for today. Okay, Laura, your stuff is in the mail. The winner of last week's challenge. Good job, Laura. And I have another challenge. I'm going to put it out there for you. And so we can do something fun over the weekend, some for Valentine's Day, and we'll see that in a little bit. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to use the chat for that. But it was really great meeting with you guys all on this Friday, and I hope that you have a really, really blessed weekend. I love you guys. Oh, I got my invitations for our Love on Our Leaders thing for March 4th, and I have presents ordered. So I can't wait. I hope you guys can all please try to find time on your day to come on March 4th, because we are going to have a wonderful time. All right, you guys, love you. Have a great week, and I will talk with you all soon. Bye.